Hey everyone, it's Sunflower Spirit here, and I'm here to do a collective reading. There's a lot of energy happening right now, a lot going on in the astrological world, so I just thought I'd do a check-in and see, and we just had that solar eclipse that could have brought some things up for you. We have this eclipse in Libra, in the sign of Libra, so let's just check in and see what the energy is. Let's see where this is taking you. Let's see where you're headed here. So I'll pull some energy oracle cards. We'll get started here. So show me the energy for everyone right now. We have man holding a heart. Okay, and then I'll pull a few more of these. Journey. And I'll pull like one more of these. Patience. And then on the back we have Healer of the Ages. Okay, so this is about you and your spiritual journey. There's something about your spiritual journey here where you need to rely on some divine timing. They're asking you to have patience and to kind of like trust in the universe. This also has something to do with it could have something to do with love or how you view relationships. This could be either how you have relationships with men, or maybe you are a man and it's how you approach relationships, I guess. This is part of your spiritual journey. There's something that you're learning here. There's something that you're healing that has to deal with, your relationships and how you trust yourself and how you trust your higher self or your intuition or God or the universe with this. This is something that your soul has already decided that you're going to do before you got here. And so this is kind of like, this learning opportunity for yourself. There is a huge thing about time here, which is interesting because you could be maybe like jumping timelines, I'm hearing, or something about like needing to rely on divine timing, needing to trust that everything happens as it will, as it should, in the way that it should. So let's take some tarot and see. I'll just put these over to the side for now, but let's pull some tarot and we'll just see kind of, what else, what other messages, what is coming in for you. So you're really, on this spiritual journey, I see you on this spiritual journey of learning to trust yourself, learning to trust God, the universe, learning to kind of like co-create with God and the universe. And also there's something, I see solar plexus chakra, I also see your heart chakra. So kind of like how you relate to others, how you relate to the world, your self-confidence within yourself concerning matters of the heart, concerning love and relationships, connection with others. But let's see what else we have. What is the message for everyone? We have the Hanged Man. So feeling like you've kind of been in a position for a while, maybe things haven't been moving, maybe things are slower. You're also waiting on some sort of enlightenment, which could be about this divine timing here. What else do we have for everyone? We have the Four of Pentacles. You're stable, feeling stable but holding back, needing to kind of get out of your comfort zone at this time. I feel like that's kind of the Hangman reiterated a little bit, is like you're kind of like locking yourself up right now because I feel like you don't trust yourself, which can be a trauma response. So this is part of your healing process. You're going to get enlightenment for this, like you're going to get clarity for this. We have the Page of Swords. Yeah, this is a learning opportunity. There's something that you're learning. There's a lot of wisdom to be had here. There's a lot of opportunity for learning. You're kind of figuring out what your values are. You're trying to figure out, like, you're pushing the limits, kind of like, how far can I go and how much pushback do I get from the universe or from people around you or whatever. Um, which that's pretty common in a learning, when you're in that learning mode. We have the Ace of Pentacles and then we have Death. So you've planted some sort of seed and you're in the process of planting a seed. This is part of like a healing transformation, a growth opportunity. There's opportunity for a lot of peace here. There's a lot of opportunity to learn something about yourself. I feel like you haven't really like taken that next step to get to that clarity though, but you do have clarity coming to you, and I feel like you're trying to figure out kind of like what your next move is. Um, you're feeling stable, but I feel like you're also kind of like overdoing it because you feel a little insecure. Even though you are stable, you're kind of like waiting for that other shoe to drop, which that is that trauma response that I talked about earlier. We have the Five of Cups. So yeah, you're thinking about the disappointment. Yeah, that's why you're have this sort of like impending doom or waiting for that other shoe to drop. That's a trauma response. Because you've had some disappointment in life and you feel like this disappointment has led you to kind of like walk away from things that maybe you felt like you weren't ready to walk away from. But it's sort of like that trusting, bringing it back, trusting that divine timing, trusting the universe, trusting that you're co-creating, and everything that you're doing here, all these decisions that you're making, all the steps that you're taking are essentially leading you towards growth and healing. And that's what I see with this Death card and also this Page of Swords card. We have the Eight of Swords. So feeling trapped. Feeling like you want an opportunity, but I feel like there's fear holding you back here. And then we have the Fool. Yeah. So kind of like still, you want to maintain that childlike innocence, which I do see that you have. And I think that's why it's taking a long time with this Hanged Man here to get kind of going on this clarity, because you have this disappointment. You're afraid of this disappointment. You're afraid of letting yourself down. You're afraid of letting other people down. You feel like you want the freedom to fly, but you feel like you're caged in right now, and you feel like that's for good reason, and you're kind of like struggling. This like tension of opposites is kind of like a struggle within yourself right now, because you have planted this seed. You do have, you do have the desire to take this action here, to really take action with something and to really continue on your healing journey and your learning journey. But I just feel like there's something here that's holding you back. It's fear. It's feeling like you're going to let yourself down. It's feeling like you're going to let other people down. It's feeling like when you're kind of like thinking to yourself, when I have had the opportunity to take flight and to make things happen, I feel like I just crash and burn. So maybe I should be locked up in here. And so you're kind of like taking it out on yourself. You're kind of like punishing yourself because you have that shame from previous trauma. We have the Wheel of Fortune on the back again with the trusting the universe, co-creating. Like, how do you have all this inside of you? See how she has all these cogs inside of her? But she ultimately has to make that choice to continue. Like, see how it all is around her heart again with the timing. We have another little, can you see that pocket watch? Why is this not focusing? Sorry, it won't focus. um but there's like a little pocket watch there. Maybe you can zoom in or something, sorry. But she's kind of got all these cogs and it all relates to like her emotional fulfillment. And also the color red, which is the root chakra color, which shows me this is about stability. This is about like feeling safe. It's that Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's that bottom tier of the pyramid of the hierarchy of needs, where when you don't have that safety and security, when you don't get those basic needs met, it's very hard to function from the rest of the pyramid. And that's one thing that's really challenging about trauma. So really learning yourself inside out. I forgot what was here. Five of Pentacles. Okay, again with the caging in, like you have something so beautiful to share, but I feel like you're afraid to share it, or you just feel like you're just kind of like punishing yourself because of the way things that have happened in the past. So we'll take my Haunted House Tarot and we will um, get some clarity on this? I mean, it's a pretty clear picture already, but let's go ahead and take some clarity. Show me this Hanged Man, please. We have the Two of Swords. Yeah, so Two of Swords is like needing to make a decision, but not making choosing not to make a decision because of fear. You have an opportunity for a new beginning here, and that's why you're hanging here. You know that there's clarity to be had, but I wonder if you're like putting it off because it feels so scary to take that next step. You're kind of like, I can't see. Like, see how she can't see there? You're like, I can't see, but maybe you're not supposed to see. A lot of times we have to take these risks, and we have to take them naively because we can't really go from where we're not. We can only go from where we are at. What's this Four of Pentacles, please? Show me about this Four of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Wands. So yeah, you need to take your power back. The Queen of Wands is very skilled in manipulating energy. Like, she knows how to control her own energy, and she also understands how to control other people's energy. So it's kind of that double-edged sword, right? But I see what you need here is you need to really take control of, this stability that you have, and how instead, you're choosing to kind of lock yourself in. Do you see how this lady here has kind of like locked herself in? She's like, nope, I'm good, I'm safe here. And that's really a trauma response, because this red dress once again shows me that this is that root chakra coming out, where you do have that safety and security. You do have the ability to get those basic needs met, but you are the operator here. You have that wand, and you have to figure out how to make that energy work for you. Wow, that's powerful. What about this Page of Swords here? Show me about this Page of Swords. What's this Page of Swords? Whoa. There's 3 of them here. Okay, so we have the Chariot. We have the Ace of Swords. And we have the Queen of Swords. Interesting. So yeah, you're learning about all this. I feel like you really need to rely on your wisdom, and you're recognizing sort of that double-edged sword here, where like swords could be, you could get truth and clarity. You could have victory with swords, but swords also cut, and they cut very deeply, and they can all, they have the ability to even deeply wound or even kill someone. And so you have to kind of figure out where your values are, and how with this Chariot card, like, you have the ability to move forward with this really quickly too, but you have to be discerning about what it is that you're learning right now. And I'm so sorry, I've been rhyming this whole time and I just do that, so just bear with me, okay? I don't do it intentionally. I like words, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, it's my Gemini moon coming out. But anyway, this is like you needing to really take hold of that sword, and you recognize on some level, you recognize your power here, because this person is contemplating hurting themselves. This person is contemplating self-harm or suicide right now. They have that sword up to their wrist, and they're like, this could be over in a matter of seconds. This could be over in a matter of minutes. But is that truly what you want? Because look how much power you have. And so it's kind of like you have to use your wisdom, your inner wisdom, which is intuition plus experience equals wisdom. That's what wisdom is. And your ability, you have this uncanny ability to manage energy, to manipulate energy, to operate energy. And so you need to figure out, like, where are your values? Which value do you want to go with? Is this worth it? Like, and really think this through. They're asking you to really, really deeply contemplate and think this through. And that's why we have this guy standing on this book, the stack of books here, because they're asking you to kind of do your research. Don't just make a rash decision. Don't just make a decision in the moment based off feelings. They're asking you to make a decision that you've contemplated, that you thought through. You're going to have victory if you think this through. What's this? That's a little dark. And if you are feeling suicidal, you can definitely reach out to me. That was just one aspect of that, though. I think it's more of a metaphor, but reach out if you need to. What is this Ace of Pentacles, please? We have the Eight of Wands. Yeah, so quick movement, lots of communication, lots of energy, lots of passion towards this. You have planted this seed. You are passionate about it. I feel like you really are passionate about this, whatever this is. And you really, what you need to do is take hold of your energy and really kind of like take that higher perspective. And there's something that you need to speak here too. There's some communication that I feel like you need to say. It's something that goes above your emotions. So you're going to have to rise above those emotions to speak it. Something that you're very passionate about here. What is this death card here for, please? What is a death here for, please? What is death here for, please? We have the Page of Cups. Yeah, so there's some sort of transformation about your emotions, about this like playful inner child that you have, something that's coming out where you're recognizing this need to release something. There's something here that has to die. It's kind of like an ego death. I feel like there's going to be some sort of ego death for somebody here. And there's something where you have this like really playful childlike energy that needs to come out. This is where you get your peace. This is how you get your peace, but you have to let go of some part of yourself right now. What's this Five of Cups energy, please? You have the Seven of Wands. Yeah, this is a struggle. You're overcoming these obstacles because remember when I said you're kind of hesitant to move forward, you're kind of hesitant to take control of your energy? It's because of this disappointment. You feel like you disappointed yourself. You feel like you let yourself down and you let other people down. And now you're struggling with this and you are the only person getting in your way here. You're creating a huge amount of resistance here by not giving yourself this grace, by locking yourself up. You're like, maybe I should be locked up because every time I do XYZ, I mess everything up for everyone. Is that really true though? I would challenge you to question that belief. What's this Eight of Swords, please? We have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, this is your pain. This is you. Remember, I told you this is you projecting out your pain. You're feeling like you always fuck things up, like every time you make a move. And so you're holding on to that pain and you're saying like, but I don't deserve to fly. I don't deserve to heal. I don't deserve transformation because you feel like you've created this pain. And I don't know your story. I mean, maybe you have, but I don't think it really works that way, right? And we can't like beat ourselves up. Remember how I was saying like we only go from where we are. So you might have more information now and it might be tempting to be like, why didn't you know that back then? But the fact of the matter is you didn't know that back then. And you're also planting these seeds. You're planting something stable. You need to speak some truth either to yourself or to someone else. Maybe you need to write some truth, something like that. But you're really ultimately taking, you're taking your trauma out on yourself. And so sometimes this could be a coping strategy. It's kind of, I would consider it more maladaptive coping just because, what you're ultimately doing is maybe you have the person who originally like traumatized you or the situation that originally traumatized you is out of your life, but you have taken that role on. You've almost taken on that role. And Carl Jung calls this with trauma, he said there were two parts of yourself that split. So you had your ego, which is that wounded part of yourself. The ego is the wounded part of yourself. And then you have this survivor part of yourself. And so this is what you're doing is like the survivor part is almost becoming that perpetrator of the trauma because you're trying to grapple with the fact that you have these two opposing parts of yourself and it's just so uncomfortable that you're trying to make some sort of logical sense of it. So you're thinking like, one part of yourself is kind of like split off like from your ego and is taking on that role of that perpetrator, that traumatizer. And so what you really need to do is try to figure out how the survivor in you, that survivor part of you, can heal the wounded part of you rather than hurt. You're hurting yourself because that's the comfort zone. Remember we talk a lot about this on my channel, the comfort zone. It's so uncomfortable. We go with sometimes a situation, context, people because they feel safe, because they feel comfortable, because that's all we've known. It's that root chakra of, well, this feels comfortable, so it must be safe. Well, that's not necessarily true with trauma because trauma dysregulates your whole system to know like what actually is safe and what actually is not safe. It's that perceived threat. So what is this Fool energy, please? We have the Tower. We have the Tower. Yeah. So your inner child wants to kind of take this risk. Your inner child wants to move forward, take this leap of faith, get yourself out of this cage, feel like you could maybe fly, really like, um, thrive is kind of what I'm getting, but you are resisting it. So the universe has said, okay, if you're going to resist this, I'm going to come in with this tower, and this isn't going to be pretty. And the universe will do that. The universe has done that before. And so it's, you can either take, they're saying you can either take hold of this energy, or we're going to come in and we're going to shake this up, and it could possibly cause more trauma. And the Five of Pentacles on the back of the deck there. Yeah, because remember what I told you? She makes this cog system work. She knows how to like manipulate this so that she can get it. But feeling like you're not enough, feeling like you don't have what it takes, and that's part of that trauma here. Somebody's going through. So, wow, that's pretty powerful, pretty big message. We could take some tea leaves and just go ahead and see if there's anything specific that comes out. If this is your story, you already will know it though, but we can always take some tea leaves and see if anything like comes out about anything else specifically. What other messages do we have for everyone? Whoa. Okay. I got like 3 here. I have grapes. Time to go out and have fun. So that's about transformation, right? These transformations, they don't always have to be scary. They don't always have to elicit this tower response here. A lot of times these transformations, if we take hold of that energy and we stop this resistance and stop the disappointment, stop beating ourselves up, there's huge opportunity for growth here. We have pale, time to get out of a situation. Yeah, we see that with the tower here. We have elephant, a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Yep, absolutely. So yeah, this is what I started saying at the beginning, that we have this sort of like spiritual journey. We had the journey card here. The journey card came out earlier. And this is you kind of like crossing that bridge. And crossing that bridge is kind of like a metaphor for, leaving your old self to become your new self. What else do we have for everyone here? That's a lot. I'm not going to take all of those. Let's see. What else do we have? We have cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. Yeah, why are you dissatisfied with life? Probably because you're beating yourself up, honestly. Probably because you're not allowing yourself to perform to your full potential in life. You're holding yourself back out of fear. You're holding yourself back out of fear of the unknown. Which is like, I said, like a trauma response. Nobody's judging here. I'm just saying, that's kind of what's happening here. There's a big transformation coming, and you're feeling like it's too much of a risk, and you're doubting yourself. You're saying, I don't feel like I'm good enough or nice enough or whatever. Fill in the blank enough. I've always messed stuff up in the past, so why should I have a second chance here? Why should I have a chance to move forward? And that's, really harming you right now, because universe is like, well, it doesn't matter. You made those decisions in the past and we're going from where you are. And so you need to kind of like overcome some of this pain, like this 10 of Swords. You see, there's a sun coming up. There is clarity coming. The pain wasn't for nothing. There's a rainbow. There's hope here. What else do we have? Older man. So we had the man holding a heart. Now we have older man, dealings or relationships with an older man. So this could be something, this could pertain to, maybe this is something having to deal with a relationship, a connection, or love, or maybe there's just somebody in your life who's here, to help guide you. Maybe there's wisdom this person holds. You could confide in somebody. What else do we have? One more. One more for everyone, please. Okay, it was two. Dragon, beware of self-delusion. Yeah, that's what I was talking about with this Eight of Swords, Five of Cups, Ten of Swords, Five of Pentacles. And then we have Beetle, good fortune. So yeah, it's not all bad. There's lots of good things coming to you. There's lots of good things coming to you here with this, and there's still hope. There's always hope. So hopefully this was helpful for you. Hopefully it resonated. I know that was like pretty significant, pretty big energy, pretty powerful energy, but you can always reach out for anything, and I hope this resonated. I hope you have a fantastic week this week. Thanks for stopping by.